Hello, I'm Danny Johnson, a senior marketing major from Washington, D.C., a Spring 17 initiate into the Beta Iota chapter of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And my Instagram name is _the whole shebang.
So hello, my name is Daniel Rollins. I'm an alpha here at Winston-Salem State University, senior business administration major with a concentration in both finance and accounting and a minor in management information systems.
Alright, my name is Katron Graham from Durham, North Carolina, and I'm a senior biology major.
Okay, my name is Darian James, and from Danville, Virginia. I'd like to shout out my Instagram, D_nice876, and 434 is where I'm from. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? My name is Lamar Hardy. I'm a sophomore here at Winston-Salem State University. My Snapchat is Alonzo17_world.
My name is Nicholas Patterson, and I'm from Columbus, North Carolina.
May I touch your hair? You want to touch my hair?
Alright, so natural hair versus weave. I love like the natural curly curl, the little afro puff, like I love that. But
so personally, I prefer natural hair over weave, to be honest. Some girls look pretty good in weave, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't always come off the right way, and everybody doesn't rock it. They rock it for too long, and then it was a good little dusty.
And then again, a nice weave look good too. So it's all about how you maintain your hair, because you have people, you have women who have natural hair that don't really know how to take care of it, but then you have those who do, and when it's done right, it's beautiful. Same thing with weaves. You have women that have weaves that don't know how to take care of it, and then you have the kind that do is always laid, slayed, prayed, all that good stuff. So it looks good as well, but me ain't nothing like running your fingers through a girl's hair, natural curly curl.
I personally feel like the weave don't stink. I have no problem with it. Natural hair, I do prefer them over them because it's natural. It's not smelly. I like the natural look. I prefer it on a woman.
I'm more of a natural hair kind of guy. I don't really like weaves too much. It's kind of just doesn't look good to me. Wear your real hair.
Me personally, I like natural hair. I'm not in a lot of weaves because I don't know. It's just something like, for instance, say a girl coming to you, she got no hair. I respect it. I'd rather you have nothing than wear a weave because it's low key not attractive to me. Because it's kind of like false advertising.
This is an interesting topic because I hear this question a lot, and being white at HBCU, I get this question. First question I usually get is, do you date black girls? The second question I get is, do you like natural hair or weave? But for me, I've always been like a natural guy. Like I like natural beauty. Is it going to keep me from dating someone? No. But if my preference, I would love to see natural hair, but that doesn't mean that you have to. I want you to feel beautiful, so it's whatever you're most comfortable with.
What are we? What the f did she just say to me?
I always think about, to myself, what actually are we? How long have we been talking? If it's anything serious to me, and if it's not, or my intentions from the jump. I shoot from the hip. I'm gonna tell you my intentions up front. If I just want to chill, and I think you're a cool person, I just want to vibe with you, that's all it's gonna be. But in that, spending time with somebody does bring out different emotions and different feelings. So when that question, what are we, is all about what we've been through, in the sense of, if we've been talking for a week, what have we been through in that week? Have the conversations been real deep, or they just been high by, some come chill, some slight? So it's all about what we've actually been doing. So when you get the question, what are we, you just gotta be straightforward. We just cool.
Personally, I believe that if you have to ask me what are we, we're probably, still in the early stages of we don't really know yet. So we should kind of just let the relationship be what it is, just kind of give us time to still develop. Because by the time, if we were to become something, then most likely at that point we probably both know that we're, trying to do that. So it wouldn't be so much as what are we, it would be more so what do you want to do, or how do you want to go about doing it, instead of just what are we. I don't really like that question, because it makes me feel like I'm being rushed. Not to say that it isn't a valid question, but I prefer to give things time to kind of cultivate themselves for a little while before I decide to put titles on her.
I feel like that means she came to that level where she likes me enough for us to start dating. My reaction would be, we'll see where things goes, and if I feel the same, we will date.
It depends. If we've been talking for a long time and we've been kicking it and whatnot, then yeah, I could say we may be girlfriend and boyfriend. We may be, but if we just started talking or whatever, then we're just friends, just hanging out. That's all that is. To me.
I think it's kind of like a joy kill, because like what a lot of girls don't know is that men, they usually show you what you mean to them. Like for instance, like if I bring you home for like Christmas or something, I actually kind of tell you like, hey, I kind of see you as being really special. I don't bring a lot of girls home, or he take you to an event, he take you to something about his job. Like there's plenty of ways to show you that he cares. He doesn't have to verbally say it.
And that would imply to me that I've done a poor job of communicating what we are. So in that instance, I would feel that it's necessary to clarify, and I would definitely clarify, but again, it would just depend on the circumstance. If we were, dating, then I would say I don't date people personally that aren't my girlfriend. So if I'm gonna hang out with you and we're going to be one-on-one all the time, then I'm probably gonna say that that's like me saying we're a thing, and I'm not really interested in anybody else. But if it's like a casual, like, let's meet up and have dinner, and then I don't really see you for a month or two, and then we do it again kind of thing, then we're friends, So.
What you say? What you say? I said, whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
A hoe is a tramp, skank, a snake. She probably might have one or two diseases. She plots on people in a relationship. He does the same thing. Some of them, they look clean, but they nasty.
Alright, so the word hoe is used loosely because a lot of women, just because you have sex doesn't mean you're a hoe. It's about how you carry yourself, because a woman can have sex with a lot of people and you would never know, just because the way she's walking around, how she carries herself. People are scared to embrace sexuality, so sexuality don't automatically make you a hoe. But it's about how you go about it. If you are the girl that's always in everybody's face, always goosing them, your mouth like kind of wild, you say whatever you want when you want, and like it's just all about your mannerisms. If you like carry yourself in a particular way that lets everybody know that you out here having sex with everybody and doing everything that you do, that constitutes hoe behavior. But like I said, you can have two women doing the same amount of dirt behind closed doors. One is keeping it in, and one is letting the world know. That's the only difference between a hoe and a regular girl.
In my definition, a hoe is not gender based. A male can be a hoe, a girl can be a hoe. Anybody who gets around, technically to me, is a hoe. If you do things with people and you have no emotional connection to them, and you really don't care whether you're a boy or a girl, you can be a hoe. And there are plenty of guys who are hoes, and I feel like not many girls feel like it's really like gender biased, and like just the whole slut shaming thing and everything like that. But I kind of feel like guys are hoes just as much as if girls are hoes.
Hoe is someone that is sleeping around with multiple people without getting tested. That makes it a hoe. You're not a hoe unless you get tested and you tell them what you want up front. Then that makes you not a hoe. If you don't tell them what you want up front, you're a hoe.
I just don't believe that there's such thing as being a hoe. You feel me? I mean, just because you have multiple sex partners doesn't mean anything. Sometimes you find comfort in those people that you have sex with. That's what I'm trying to say. There we go.
The misconception is a whore is somebody who has sex with a lot of people, and that is in some cases. But really, a whore is like this person just don't care. Like not only do they have sex, they have sex with random people, they have sex with people in relationships, they have sex with people who know they're not good.
I would imagine that the traditional sense that comes from the word whore, but I don't really like using either word because people would say that we're not what we do. We mess up and we do things, and there's a stigma that if a girl has a high body count, then she's a hoe. But if a guy has a high body count, then he's like the man. And so I don't like the hoe or wordage tagged on to females, but if I had to hear it in conversation, I would say that when someone says hoe, they're referring to a female who is very loose in her sexuality towards the opposite sex and indulges in multiple partners freely without, any kind of necessarily moral compass.
12 o'clock a.m. That's premature booty call hour. That's the time when our dicks start jumping. That's just level 1. It ain't all the way hard just yet, but it's signifying us that, hey, it'll be nice if I get some ass tonight.
No, but then again, it goes back to what we're doing. So if we hanging out is you coming over, us watching like a movie or watching a basketball game or something like that, just chilling, then I wouldn't think that you automatically want to have sex. But if we doing something and you come over and you try to be bunned up and all that stuff, of course I'm gonna think that's what you want, because that's just the situation that we in. Being bunned up doesn't mean you want to have sex, but if you constantly coming over and that's all we doing is laying in the bed, something gonna lead to something, and them things gonna add up, and then it's gonna get real sticky, icky.
Originally, I did not think that, because I like to hang out with people, and I have a lot of people, it doesn't really matter the time, as long as it's not too late, I should get sleep. But recently, I've started to kind of feel that way, because I don't necessarily always know people's intentions. So if somebody hits me up and it's like really late, and they really want to hang out for no apparent reason, then I'm gonna think that there's probably a catch to it.
Now, if a young lady want to hang out with me after hour 10, that's not mean she want to have sex. Because to be honest, sex don't be in my mind unless my man jumps. If he jumps, that means I want to have sex. But in the meantime, I don't think that's a problem at all. We can be chilling, playing Uno, trouble, solitude, it doesn't matter.
I don't believe that they want sex if they're hanging out late with me. Maybe just chilling and watching TV sometimes, or just having a good time hanging out. Like certain people, just like to just hang out late at night. College kids do.
Not necessarily. I don't think that, because maybe that with girls before for like long periods of time, I didn't really think either.
I do not think that hanging out at any length of time means that she wants sex. I mean, I would imagine and I would hope that if she wanted to stay up and continue talking or continue doing whatever we're doing, that she wants to spend time with me. That's not necessarily saying that she wants sex. That's just saying that maybe she's not ready to leave me yet. So I don't think that if she doesn't say, I really kind of want, I really want you right now, then she's not asking for sex. That's just, it's plain and simple.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, he's just a friend.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, the age-old question, can men and women be friends? Well, I feel as though they can, but it has to be the right type of situation. Like, I have my group of female friends from back home, they like my sisters. And that's how I like talk to them, that's how our conversations are, that's how I look after them as my sister. So in that constant, yeah, we can be friends, but we more like family than friends. The way we met was off some, we down here by ourselves, so let's get together and just like vibe with good people. And I feel as though if it's a one-on-one thing, majority of the times it probably won't work out, because if it's a one-on-one thing, it's probably some attraction there that led you to talk to the other person. But if it happens as a group, it's more likely to turn into a friendship and like a family feel.
Personally, I do think that guys and girls can just be friends, but I feel like 90% of the time that's not what's happening. I feel like 90% of the time there is something going on in the background. Because I feel like when you're really close to a girl or you're really close to a guy, they probably have like some kind of attraction towards each other that makes them belong so well. What's the guy saying?
A guy and a girl can't be friends. You just have to get to know that person more than you would someone you were just trying to fuck. Meaning, you guys have to do everything together. Talk about each other's sex lives, what you want to eat. Y'all gotta hang out every day. Just the simple things. You gotta bond with that person. So guys and girls can't be friends. Just friends.
Yeah, I believe a guy and girl can be just friends. I don't really have an explanation for that. I mean, you don't have to be in a relationship just because, you see us together all the time. We don't have to be in a relationship. We can be buddies. Pals, talk. You always have that one person that you can confide in, whether that be a girl or whether it be a boy. So, yeah.
I've had female friends since elementary school who go here right now, and that's all forever. Because I think it's just a line of respect, a line of that, you know, we never really pass the point but friendship. So, yeah, I definitely believe that.
Absolutely. Does it happen very often? I see it not happen more often than I see it happen, and a lot of times whenever it does happen, there's the possible stipulation that if we're really close, that, you know, we'll just reciprocate different kinds of physical acts and then continue being friends without the attachment of any emotional component beyond friendship. But to me, I love having friends that are different, you know, that are different than me, you know, that are female, because it gives me different perspective on things. You know, guys' brains are formed differently than females, and, you know, when testosterone washes over the brain as an infant, you know, in the womb, we are wired to think differently, and so to have a woman's perspective, I think, can be very valuable.
Can we talk?
Talk to your new girlfriend.
Look, I took the hoe to Burger King.
Cheap date.
Do I think relationships in college work? Yes, of course I think relationships in college work. But it's all about the maturity level of the two people in the relationship. Like, people can be ready for a relationship in high school, and that can work for the rest of their lifetimes. I know you heard about high school sweethearts and everything like that. But if you've never really experienced being around other people, being around beautiful women, and for my young ladies, being around men with some substance in them, you feel me? You're gonna be like surprised. So even if you have a great person with you, you've never seen this type of echelon of people. So you're gonna be surprised and you're gonna be curious. And that curiosity is what kind of leads people that's not mature enough to handle a relationship to do other things and go outside of the relationship.
I believe that, like, as long as people stay focused on their relationship and they know how to handle their business, they communicate well, they actually care about each other, and they're not, you know, going around. I feel like college relationships really can work. My parents actually got married in college, so it makes sense for two. And I believe that love really can come from college, but you just really have to know what's important. So you kind of have to be willing to give up certain things in college that other people, you know, get to enjoy if you really, really care about somebody.
But if the two people are mature and actually sit down and have a conversation that, hey, sometimes I might F up. That's just what it's going to be. Because that's a part of life and that's part of growing. But I'm trying to grow with you. I'm not just trying to like be with you because it's convenient. I actually want to grow with you. I actually want a future with you. But we got to put in that hard work and dedication, because it's going to get hard. Like, your girl's going to meet somebody just as good as you that will do the same things you're doing with her. I know it's hard to say that, but it's really real. Like, it's somebody out here that can treat your girl just as good as you. And if you're not careful, you can lose her. And for my women, it's women out here that can treat your guy just as good as you. And if you're not careful, you can lose them. But it's all about constant communication and being mature enough to understand that life happens, but you have to push through and work it out if you really want to be with that person. A relationship is not about face value. It's about all the hard work, the arguments, and complications that you have behind doors, and how no matter what's going on, you still love that person, and you still want to be with that person.
Okay, relationships in college do not work for this reason only. Guys and girls. Guys see other girls and they want to see if they can get that piece too. Girl look good that day, you want to go holler at that. You want to see how many you can get at the same time, even if you have a girlfriend. Because it's a competition, it's a game to us. So we want to see how many girls we can get in our bag. Girls see it as other thing. Like, I feel like girls see a relationship as like only them against the world. Us guys, we see it as like, you'll go out at the same time. That doesn't mean I got to be committed to you all the time. Unfortunately.
No, I do not. I'm just gonna say that right now. I was in a relationship for it was 3.5, going on 3.5 years. Like, we didn't really like start, our relationship didn't start diminishing until our sophomore year, because that's when a lot more females just started coming at your boy. But yeah, I don't really think it can work in college. Now, it works for some people, but don't pressure it. Your time will come.
That's a good ass question. It just depends. Like, well, people understand like your growing age is from 18 to 25, right? So like between that time, it's kind of just the time for you to be selfish. And you're gonna be called selfish because it's called being selfish because you kind of find out more about yourself. So as far as monogamy or monogamous and all that stuff, I mean, it can happen. Like some people just get tired. Like for example, I don't want to be in a party all the time. It's starting to get old to me. So I mean, as far as relationship, if that person he or she's ready to talk about this, it can definitely work.
I think that it does work because, I mean, I've seen it work and I've been in monogamous relationships, and my personal belief is that I am not going to seek out anyone if I am in a one-on-one relationship with you. So if I have told you that we're dating and I've told you that, you know, I really am interested in you and I am actively pursuing you, then my focus is on you, it's not on anyone else. So that's just me personally. Does it happen very often in college? More often than not, no. And it's unfortunate.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Those are my kids.
Hello, everybody.
Now, children, what do you say when you meet a nice man?
Are you my daddy?
Would I date someone with kids? The quick answer is no. Because I don't want the burden of someone else's kids. I've seen that play out in real life, somebody having to take the burden of someone else's kids. I'm not ready to have kids right now. So I don't want to have your kids right now and have to like plan around them and work around them. I mean, I understand that life happens to some people early and people have to deal with that. And I respect all my single mothers. I respect everybody for, and my single fathers too, because some single fathers out here that don't get the recognition that they deserve. But it's just, for me, it's just something that I'm not prepared for and not ready for right now as far as taking on the responsibility of somebody else's kids. And you might have to go in with the mindset, oh, that's not my child, I don't care. But if you see that child hungry or if you see that the child needs something, you don't feel obligated to do something because you're messing with their mom or their dad, you know what I mean? So, would I date somebody with kids? Like I said, the quick answer is no, but you never know what life has in store for you. Maybe it's meant for you to be with somebody that already has a child or something like that. But I want something of my own, so.
Personally, I would consider the idea. Depending on how much I like this person, then it's a possibility. But it would be very, very hard for me to initially like come to terms with the thought of dating somebody who already had children. Fuck. Next question.
So me personally, I would just try to build a relationship with that child first, and then work on my significant other, because the child sees a stranger and he's like, who are you? What should I do with my parent? So it would be kind of hard, but I probably would.
Well, me, I like kids, so I probably would. Now whether she would let me whoop them, that's a whole different story. Because they not my kids, so, but yeah, I would definitely date a girl with kids. It doesn't bother me at all.
The reason why I say no is because, alright, you gotta understand. Alright, put it like this. I mean, she can have everything going for her. She have a good job. She about to graduate, and maybe she got 2 kids. Okay, me, somebody like me, I can barely take care of myself right now. So I'll be damned if I'm gonna date somebody who got a kid. And what if she see me as a stepdad? And I'll be like, I can't buy the Pampers this time or some shit like that. So me personally, no. Because for one, you don't have to do that. And 2, I mean, you don't really have an obligation. There's plenty of people that don't have kids. So.
I don't think that would stop me. I think it would probably make me more cautious about getting serious in the relationship, because not only am I committing to be not responsible, but to commit to the emotional needs and the physical needs of the young lady, but I'm also committing to take care of the children that she has. And I wouldn't want the children to become attached to me as a father figure, and then all of a sudden one day I'm out of the picture because we broke up. So I think in that instance it would be more of a serious undertaking than it would be maybe if I was just getting to know a single female that had no kids. because if we break it up, it only affects us. Whereas if I break it up with someone that has kids, it affects the children too, and that's the last thing that I want to do.
Taking it like a G, man. Taking it like a G.